Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the felony the judgmental podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil in here.
and I'm Leroy. So we go on to TikTok for this first video. The TikTok username is Big G Girl. Shout out to Anton. Shout out to Anton Daniels because he talked about this on his YouTube. She says her husband said she's too big and won't sleep with her. Here's the report. These people here, they like to put all their business out on social media. So here we go. Have fun with this one.
So I got a question, actually a couple of questions. My husband says because I'm a size 18 that I am obese, fat, and disgusting.
Okay, now a size 18. Now, what's the weight for a size 18?
I don't know. I mean, because it all depends on how she's shaped. But if I'm guessing her weight, I'm going to probably say she's by 225, 230.
Okay, so her husband is correct, huh?
Correct on what? What'd he say?
That she's too big.
Oh, yeah.
Disgust him. I make him want to vomit.
And I don't believe her either. I mean, he might have said that, but they probably was arguing. So he just walked in from hard days of work and talked about how big she is, and he discussed her. Well, she discussed him. I'm sorry. She discussed him. I don't believe that. They were arguing.
She know how you really feel.
They were arguing or whatever, and he might have said that. She said some shit to him, and he said some shit to her. I don't believe that and she just putting it out, on social media. So, everybody want to all have all their business. So she's just talking bad about him for some unknown reason. I don't know. But I don't believe he just walked in and say, hey, you're fat. You disgust me. I can't stand you. I don't want to sleep with you.
Yeah, it's something that led up to it. But he probably said that enough to let her know, like, that's how you really feel. She don't give a shit that she eating half a cake.
Who said she's eating cake?
Oh, she eating a whole bunch of cake.
Basically, he could do better because he has money. He can go buy somebody $100 purse or do something, and he can have sex with whoever he wants. He puts me down every day because of my size. He puts me down every day because I'm getting older, and he's older than me. He puts me down every day for any and everything that he can possibly find. Now, he asked me not to go back to work. I had to go on leave for a while because I tried to go back to work after I had my motorcycle accident, and it just made everything worse. And I did the best I could for as long as I could. And then when he finally started working again and started making money, he was like, just take a leave of absence and stay home for a while. And then he decided.
So he told her to stay home and don't go back to work, but yet he can't stand her, right?
It looks like he was looking out because she couldn't do it because her, injury was causing problems trying to work and shit. So he didn't say you a permanently stay at home wife. He said take a leave of absence, stay home for a while until you get your shit together is what he's saying.
Exactly.
And that was their key word right there, that she ain't never going back to work.
Yeah. So, but he can't stand her though, right?
and if the guy's putting you down every single day and you just keep getting bigger and bigger, you got two choices: either lose the damn weight or lose him. Just leave him. You know what I mean? Don't just stay there and then air all your business out on the internet. Break up with him, do your own thing, get bigger. Is that what you want to do? Or start losing weight. You're not working. So you have all day to like fucking do exercise, walk around a block, something.
Right.
Hey, I like it when you're home because he's a truck driver, and he's like, I like it whenever I come home, you're there. You can get me. We can go do whatever we want. Because before I was working, I was on a schedule. I had to be where I agreed to be, and he didn't like that. He also thinks that I am a no good piece of shit because I work like a regular job.
See what I mean? When I said
now she said that, but he's probably saying that in regards to now that you're home, you ain't doing shit.
Right.
You just got to be productive. Do something. Get yourself together. Get the house together. I don't know. Cook a fucking meal that's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our marriage, he has wanted me home, not working, so that I could take care of everything. And I mean everything. He is one of those men who thinks that all he has to do is work. He doesn't do anything in the house. He doesn't clean up after himself at all. He's gross, actually, if we want to be completely honest.
The guy you married.
I was
See,
about to say
she's
the
like
same thing. Why
trashing.
did you marry him? Now
Right.
she's just taking low blows and shit.
Right. That's what I mean. It was like a two-way street. She was talking shit about him and he was talking shit about her. But
Mm-hmm.
yet she on the TikTok or whatever, putting all their business out like that. So it makes it seems like she's the downtrodden one.
He will bring his trash, if he even brings it into the living room, because he doesn't get out of the bed, into the kitchen, and he will
So
just
now he's lazy.
He's a
He
truck
he's
driver
he
and he's
lay in
always on the
bed.
road. So how he laying in the bed all day long?
Right.
set it on the counter. The trash bag will be 2 or 3 steps past the counter, but no, he won't throw his trash away, because in his mind that is my job. If he does grace me with his cooking, he makes a huge ass mess and destroys the whole kitchen. That is just so that I have to clean it. That's a punishment.
It's the cooking good.
And
That's all.
it's always been like that. Whoever cooking, the other person do the dishes. So if he cooking a big ass meal and they got the whole kitchen fucked up, get in there and clean it because he cooked. My wife cooked damn near every day, and I'm there. I go in the kitchen busting suds after I get off of work.
Mm-hmm.
For me, now he's saying that he demands that I make just as much money as him or more. And I also have to do all the housework, everything, because he says men don't do bitch work, and everything in the house is bitch work, and that's what I have to do.
Damn, I'm doing bitch
That he
work.
can.
Huh?
She full of it. She full of shit.
So to keep your crib clean, that's bitch work. She making that shit up. Ain't no man said that.
Exactly.
Replace me.
So this man, I'm assuming by the looks at her, and she said that he was older than she is. I'm assuming that this man is like around our age. So so he grew up and he never seen no man wash no dishes. All he seen is a bunch of women doing cooking and cleaning. But keep in mind, he cooked for her though. That's quote unquote bitch work, right? Cooking.
Right. she contradicting herself.
Yeah, I told you she's full of it. Just making him look bad for some reason. and she's taking this video on her camera phone. the phone he didn't board her. and her phone service that he paid a bill in. And probably sitting in the car that he done paid for.
Because he makes such good money. He always talks about wanting to start businesses, but he wants to half-ass start businesses. Like he wants to do like underhanded, dirty shit that I can't do. I have morals. I have a soul. I fucking believe in karma. And if I do something bad happens to me. So I can't break the rules. Doesn't stop him.
What about going online, breaking the rules of talking shit about your fucking personal life?
Right. And like somebody's not going to recognize that that's Maggie from around the corner. Like, oh shit, look at this. That's Maggie right there. She talking about Jeff. Damn, Jeff say all that stuff too about his wife?
Or he got sisters and people like that, females in his family that see this shit, and they ready to whoop her ass.
Oh yeah, you know they hate her for doing shit like this.
I have a job and it kills him because I'm still on leave of absence because I'm a good worker. They didn't fire me whenever I had to just up one day and be like, there's been a death in the family. I gotta go. I'll see you. And then that turned into here we are like 4 or 5 months later. And his favorite thing to say is, oh, you like to spend my money. You're fat, worthless, and lazy and disgusting. And you like to spend my money. When he asked me not to go back to work, he said he would not say those things to me. That's his favorite thing to do. It's his money. It is not my money. And anytime I spend a fucking penny, I have to fucking tell him about it. I have to get the 5th degree about it. I have to have permission to buy anything.
Oh,
So
so
let
he
me get
has a
this straight.
budget. So
Right,
he
but
has
the
a
but the
budget.
thing
Right.
is, if he gave you a credit card, that means you can spend what you want to spend. He just wants you to make sure you spend it on the right shit. Because if he
Right.
was that strict, he would never give you access to the funds to begin with.
Exactly. The man have a budget and telling her stuff don't buy goofy stuff or whatever, and she's complaining about that.
Now he'll buy things. Like today, he spent $48 on dog harnesses and leashes for our service dog. He did.
Her
He then
service dog,
proceeds to.
my man working.
Right. That's her dog. Right. So he bought a leash for her dog.
Right, but that's why she said our dog, just so it makes it seem like he's doing something for both of them. It's your
Right.
dog, lady. You the one that got injured.
Right.
Tell me to use it against me that I just like to spend his money. I was going to buy one harness and one leash. $15, bro.
That's nitpicking stuff. So he bought extra leashes and an extra harness. So
All
what?
right, what, $30, $40?
Right.
You
Right.
a truck driver, you making good money.
Right. So what? He wanted extra leashes just in case. Or
Hmm.
you a harness. I'm pretty sure you can wash a harness. Is the harness the like the full coat like the service dogs have? Is that a harness?
No, the harness is the joint to go over their mouth, ain't it?
Oh, I
They
don't
can't
know.
bite nobody.
Okay, see, I thought the harness was like that full coat that the service dogs have,
Hmm.
like that little flap jacket. Because I'm
Yeah,
saying like you can wash that, and while you in the process of washing that piece, they got an extra one.
yeah,
Well, you might be right. Maybe it's the harness like to hold the muzzle in the dog's
yeah.
mouth or something.
Because our service dog is a pit bull.
You funny too, by the
Because
way.
if it wasn't, she wouldn't need a harness.
So in other words, you're saying it's not a service dog; it's just her dog.
It's some bullshit.
I was gonna let that one go too.
I'm not allowed to get my hair done. I'm not allowed to get my nails done. I have to do them at home if I want to do them. I'm not
That's a lie.
allowed to get Botox. I'm not allowed to do anything. So all
You shouldn't get Botox anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
if you
But
worried about the,
you're
go
right.
ahead.
This the service harness is like the vest part to go around their chest and their neck.
Oh, okay. Okay. So like in the process, while we got two harnesses,
Yep.
and the process, the other one is dirty, we rock with that one. What's
Yep.
wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
these women that he sees online and that he thinks is beautiful, I try to tell him that that is not natural. That costs a lot of money, and you can't afford a woman like that. I'm going back to work next week.
Well, lady, I would tell her to find some extracurricular activities. Now, he's supposed to be working all the time, right? Pretty much what you said earlier. Won't she just go and work out or somewhere, or just take walks around the block? Start off something simple or something.
Mhm.
Find you a damn hobby.
And
Go ahead.
no, she's just saying like you looking at all these girls on Instagram, and he's like, you can't afford those type of girls. Oh yes, he can if you're a truck driver and he's single.
Right. Right.
But according to him, that makes me a no good piece of shit because I make a little bit above minimum wage. I bust my ass and make sure that I get 40 hours a week.
I thought she said she wasn't working right now.
Exactly. First, she said she wasn't working. Then she said she was going back to work. Now she's working 40 hours a week, making a little bit above minimum wage. Which
She's a
one is?
liar. Yeah, she's a liar.
So that I can pay the bills. But no, that's not good enough. He wants me to do everything at home and pay half the bills. And I'm still not allowed to spend my money. Originally, whenever I went back to work, it was pay your car note and anything that you want or need, you buy. So I started buying the groceries and the toiletries and those things. I paid my car note. That's $400 a month. I paid my portion of the phone bill. I made less money than he did, but he looks for reasons to spend my money so that I have nothing left so that he has the control.
Why would he need to spend her money?
She sure did pick a winner, didn't she?
That's not normal. Please tell me that's not normal. Is that normal? Am I wrong?
Yes.
This can't be normal. Everybody can't live like this. It's miserable. And then he tells me all the time, I'm going to leave you for someone younger. I'm going to leave you for someone prettier. I'm going to leave you for someone that's not fat. He goes, I hate fat women. He hates fat women. He just told me today at the grocery store, I can't tell people to go back home to your fat, ugly wife. He's like, because now I have to go home to a fat, ugly wife.
Oh, shit. My man. So he just blurts out this stuff, and she just sits there and don't say anything. She's
making shit up. She's making this shit on a whim.
Right.
There has got to be better in this world. I'm not smart. I have to work hard jobs because I'm not smart. I understand that. I'm old now and going through perimenopause. I don't have a great fucking memory.
What?
I can't do good jobs. I do what I can. I do what I can. He just wants me to make enough money to where I can pay the bills, and he thinks he can quit his job and I'm going to take care of him. That's never going to happen. I don't think he's coming home now, though. He just told me last week. He said
most truck drivers love the road and they ain't thinking about quitting their job. They're thinking about getting that money.
Right.
So she's full of crap.
Yes.
She's making minimum wage, and she's talking about he's going to quit his job so she can pay all the bills. Yeah, she's just talking shit now.
Right, but keep in mind, Phil, he told her, like, since you had the accident and stuff, to take a leave of absence and stay home. So she's like talking two ways.
Yeah, she's lying. That's what she.
You almost just pushed me too far, and I'm just not going to come home one day. I'm just going to change my phone number, and I'm just not coming home. Bitch, don't come home. Don't come home. I'm tired of the abuse. I am tired of the verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, the fucking financial abuse. I'm fucking tired of it. Yeah, you know what? You might buy me nice things here and there, but the shit that I have to put up with, the abuse.
Yeah. Yeah, you bought me some nice stuff, but I can't take the abuse no more.
That I have to endure. It ain't fucking right.
So she think if she's making barely minimum wage, barely 40 hours a week, he don't got to come home and she'll be just fine. Yeah, right.
Right. That man paid for that car. That man paid for that car insurance, and he paid that cell phone bill. Talking about something, she paid her portion. If he making good money and she just making above minimum wage, he paying all the bills. If he making good money.
Mm-hmm.
He pretends to be so loving. He pretends that he loves me so much. He puts on a show for people. That's not who he is behind closed doors. I can't do it anymore. I'm going back to work, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I
thought she was already working. That's what I'm saying. She's lying.
Exactly.
I can't do it anymore.
Well, that was it. Shout out to her. What's her name? Is it Jeep Girl 1999? Big Jeep Girl 1999. I'm sorry, I forgot the big part. Shout out to her for putting up. I tell you, the real world is more entertaining than looking at any damn scripted TV show on television.
Yeah. What was the three things she said? She said he called me. It was three things she said he called me. It was lazy, fat, and what was the third?
What was the third one?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I forgot.
Don't worry about
it. So we going to Oakland County, Michigan, where mother Kelly Bryan is accused of abandoning her three children. The three children were found living in a Pontiac home in deplorable shape and allegedly abandoned by their mother nearly 5 years ago. Now here's the report.
The mother facing charges, accused of leaving her kids inside of a home for years, close to 5 years, has been given a bond for $250 million. As Kelly Marie Bryant waits for her trial, efforts have started.
Oh, they're going to make sure she keep her ass in jail.
To clean up the mess left at the home where the children were living alone for so long. Victor Williams was at both the arraignment hearing today and the home. Victor, we understand progress is at least being made on the home, right?
Yeah, totally right, Ty. We have seen them really making a dent in cleaning up that huge mess that was left behind. All of that playing out while the mother waits to figure out what's going to happen to the rest of her legal process.
Come on, man. You know you don't talk like that.
It's been pretty rough.
It took several crew members in hazmat suits to clean up the horrific mess allegedly left behind for years by Kelly Marie Bryant, as her kids stayed and lived in those deplorable conditions for quite some time.
Oh wow, it's just terrible. It's no words. There's no words that I could say for something like this, a condition like this. There's no words I could say.
And we've seen item after item being brought out of that house to be disposed of, but the crew says the biggest issue that they had to deal with at first were the rodents.
When I first came in yesterday, it was mice. I had to step over the mice first. Mice all throughout the whole house, and we had to get over that. Once we got over that, we was fine.
As the cleanup process takes place, Bryant was given a bond.
I blame the landlord or the rental management, whoever that is, because I'm pretty sure the people in that, this is a townhome, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm pretty sure people was complaining.
And the neighbors.
Right. They were
After a
complaining.
while, you got to bang on that door. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on over here?
Right. Now they will probably see these kids around and never said anything. And I blame, like you said, the neighbors, and I blame the other family members.
Yeah,
Grandma ain't
checking on them.
Right. Grandma ain't never seen them kids. Auntie ain't seen them kids. Right. The dad they ain't see these kids. And they've been living by on their own for 5 years.
Horrible.
Everybody's to blame.
In the amount that she would likely not be able to pay as she awaits trial for 3 counts of first-degree child abuse.
I'm giving her a $250 million bond. Cash only.
Oh,
Either way,
shit.
Judge slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Motherfucking murderers and big-time drug dealers don't be having no $250 million.
Yep. Cash.
Firsthand what the kids were living in, these workers are just glad they're okay.
Yeah, I feel bad for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. It's bad how she left the place.
Now, Brian is going to be right in front of a judge again in just a few weeks, so keep it right here.
Yeah, he got that TV voice, that TV reporter voice strong, too. And he don't, I bet you he talk on the phone, he wouldn't even recognize it. It's strong, too.
For any updates in that trial, in Pontiac, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah, the more details that come out, the more horrifying it becomes. Victor, thank you.
All right, the next report is the former sister-in-law saying that the whole family is a piece of shit.
Hold on, these kids were there left alone for 5 years, right?
Yes.
But who's paying the rent?
I think they said
is this like some Section 8 type shit?
No, I think they said she was paying the rent to like the well, you know, they have property management, like you just mail it. Like it ain't nowhere that they'll come over and collect or anything like that. They'll just mail it and stuff like that. Okay. So like you said, that was a nice little
right. I'm thinking like how she got bread like that to keep paying rent and you ain't living there.
So I'm thinking that's what you said. It was probably like subsidized some kind
$50 Section 8 type shit.
Yeah. Well, like I say, here's the sister-in-law talking about they all full of shit, the whole family. Here we go.
We all knew she was a bad parent, but I don't think nobody really realized this was going on.
Charlene Bryant is the former sister-in-law to 34-year-old Kelly Bryant, now facing child abuse charges after investigators say they found 3 of her kids living alone in squalor for several years at this Pontiac townhouse on Lydia Lane.
So the baby dad is a white boy, huh?
No, I was thinking that was her brother's sister, former wife. The lady that's locked up, brother.
Oh, see,
that's what I was thinking. I'm not sure.
It could be either or her brother could be the white. Her baby dad is white, and that's the sister-in-law. Whatever.
Right.
Tattoos all on her face. She crazy too.
Has not been in.
So you say she full of shit, just like the family members.
Part of the whole shit. Isn't it like her nieces and nephews?
Yeah, well, by marriage.
Years and has loads of questions now.
I just don't know how the family don't know when they were so close.
Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald charged Kelly Bryant with 3 counts of child abuse in the first degree, which could mean life in prison if convicted. All of this after police say they found 3 of Bryant's 4 kids, a 15-year-old boy and his 2 sisters, ages 12 and 13, living in horrific conditions.
Her daughters were hiding in a bathroom.
15-year-old, they old enough to get the fuck up out of there.
Mm-hmm. Or at
Hurt
least
somebody or something.
Yep, that's what I was about to say. Or at least tell somebody. Mm-hmm.
Feces, piles of trash, and completely non-functional while her son was hiding in another room. Police were astonished to find anyone in the location because it appeared to be uninhabitable, with piles of garbage and refuse several feet high, including large amounts of human excrement.
The prosecutor says Bryant lived at the home with all 4 kids back in 2019, but later moved out, leaving 3 of her children abandoned while
So
one
that
of the
mean
kids went.
that mean they didn't have no running water, and that's why it was shit everywhere. The toilet they got all full. They start shitting in the tub.
Yep.
It's a damn shame.
Mm-hmm.
To live with their dad. Detectives say the landlord called police to the home, worried for Bryant's welfare after not getting a rent payment since last October.
Okay, the shoe hasn't been paying rent in October.
That's when the kids were found, shaken, scared, and covered in feces, according to the prosecutor.
Honestly, I thought the grandmother was taking care of the children.
That's the last you heard.
Yeah, that's the last. You went 4 or 5 years without seeing your grandchildren. There was no questions.
We stepped by the Pontiac.
Yeah, that would definitely. If she's related to the dad, then that's definitely her nieces and nephews. She ain't checking on them.
Mm-hmm.
Of Bryant's extended family, where the police eventually took the kids. We wanted to talk to the adults. Hi, how are you? No, sir, no comment. Is there anything you'd like to say, sir? No comment given there. We also searched Bryant's Facebook page, which was easy to find and not set to private. Her content shows her modeling.
Looking good with the old nasty ass house she got.
Various outfits
that
for
wig
the
is
camera.
nice too compared to her in court.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna claim she couldn't afford to take care of her kids, but you got your hair done, you got your nails done, you got new clothes on all your pictures. Come on now.
What do you think should happen at this point?
She needs to go to prison and never see her kids again. Them kids need to go to someone that's gonna take care of them.
All right, this next clip is a lady that actually cleaned this house. And if you got something to drink, take a relax and take a sip of something, because you're gonna make fun of this one. And no, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a skit. This is from an actual news broadcast. So here we go.
It was very, very tough, both physically, to go into this apartment here where these 3 kids lived for nearly 5 years. They're just deplorable conditions. Feces all over the place. Garbage piled high.
Animated and
the
shit.
Toilets overrunning. It's just disgusting even thinking about it. And just the fact that someone had to go in.
I bet you this guy is famous in Detroit by his news reports.
All the extra antics and shit.
Yes.
And clean it. It's the emotional toll. But let me introduce you to Kiara Mills and her North Cleaning Service and how she was the one that went in there. Take a look.
As I was walking down the crazy stairs with all the feces, like going to the basement, it was makeup smear. I had to stop, and I was looking, and then I looked around, and I'm like I visualized whoever, it was the kid that did this. They were screaming for help.
32-year-old Kiara Mills, who owns North Cleaning Service, had to clean this Pontiac apartment in which 3 kids lived in for nearly 5 years with no parental supervision, barely enough food, and whose mother is now facing child abuse charges. You knew what you were getting into. I mean, this was a bad house.
This is bad.
So this is a new story. This is I saw on a sign that said February 2025. So my man didn't get paid since October. How come he didn't do a wellness check? Hey, make sure everything all right. I ain't get paid the last 5 or 6 months.
Right.
Kiara remembers last Saturday when she got the call to clean the place.
So all night I couldn't sleep. I'm telling my kids, I have 5 by the way. I'm telling my kids, I'm like, you guys, do you guys remember? They like, yeah. I'm like, I have to go clean that house.
It took Kiara and her uncle nearly 8 hours to clean it.
I went over the walls with all the feces on the walls.
So she was about to say shit on television.
Over the walls at least about 10 times. No over-exaggeration because I had to use SOS pad that I was scraping the paint off.
Kira didn't say how much she got paid, but it wasn't much. And the house is still
yes,
not ready to move.
She got paid by the city. It was a nice little penny.
Yep.
Into. Would you live in that house now after you cleaned it?
No. And I have a good cleaning services, and I still wouldn't. The floor has to get gutted out.
She's an idiot. Because I'd have been like, yeah, whatever her cleaning service, we'll get you right.
Right.
I'd be like, yeah, I will move in there with me and my children because we cleaned it. I wouldn't tell them no because this need to be gutted out and this need to be gutted and this and that. Shit.
Memories that's holding in that house, I will forever think about it.
The emotional toll just going into this house where those 3 kids lived for years is really unthinkable. You can see over here, there is still a cease and desist sticker on the home from the Pontiac Building Department, meaning that by law, nobody can live into this house. All the appliances had to be taken out. The floor still needs fixing. There's still plenty to do over here. Now, a little update on the mother.
The landlord's fault, like you said.
Who's in the
motherfucker ain't get paid in 5 months. He ain't said nothing.
Yep.
Jail right now on a $250 million bond, facing 3 counts of felony child abuse. She'll be in court on March 4th. That's the next time she'll be in court. And as far as Kiera Mills, the person that to clean this place, well, apparently she's one of the most popular cleaners around. She posted a little bit on Facebook, and she's got about a couple of million views. And she says she's booked up for weeks into the future.
Well, why would I warn her? Because she cleaned the place and she said she wouldn't live there. I would get another cleaning service.
Right.
I am live and I'm in Pontiac. I'll send it back to you.
Well, Charlie, with those conditions, we know that some county workers even had to use hazmat suits to go in there and bring things out. Why wasn't the place condemned? And do we even know how the health of the children at this point, how they're doing?
Well, a couple things. First of all, the hazmat from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, they went in there with hazmats. Kiara actually went in there. She said that she had all kinds of masks and things. We saw a little video there, but she was it was very difficult for her. She had a bunch of gloves and things when she was in there as well. So that's one thing. As far as the kids are safe right now. They're living with family members, and we understand that they
family members that didn't care about them from the jump anyway.
are okay, at least physically okay. Mentally, we just don't know. I sense that we'll get a little more information about the mother and the relationship and just what happened at this place at the preliminary exam, which it's set for the end of March. I have a feeling it's going to be adjourned. It's the first time up. But again, there's still a lot more questions to be answered about why a mother could do this, and not 1, 2, 3 years, but almost 5 years here, dropping food off and then and just abandoning these kids. Right. It's almost unthinkable. But to get in there, I don't know. Kiera, I don't know. She's got to be something special to do that.
Yeah,
we'll follow the story for sure.
Well, and what we saw and what we heard happen in there, it seems like that place does need to be condemned or at least taken down to the studs and renovated because.
How are they going to can they condemn
you
like
can't
one?
Condemn it because it's a row home and it's like in the middle.
In the middle, right. So they're gonna have to tear it down to the studs and build it back up.
Yep.
And I blame the if I'm the county, because I think they said it was Oakland County. If I'm the county, I would send those property management or landlord, whatever you want to call them, a big ass fat bill.
To see who would want to live in that
because they're responsible.
Charlie, thanks.
They're responsible. Never looked at and never checked the house and all that stuff. And you haven't, like you said, you haven't been paid in 5 months.
Mm-hmm. He probably was getting paid in some wet money, and then she just stopped showing up.
So we staying in Michigan. We going to Foreman Mills, Michigan. Alicia Bradford, the director of Wayne County's Parks Division, and her husband was charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and felony firearm after a fight in a gas station over a can of soda. Here's the report. This is like a Tiffany Haynard and my man Mayor Kobe. This is one of their type of people. Here we go.
Oh, we begin tonight with that Wayne County government official and her husband now facing charges. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us tonight. 7 News Detroit has obtained the alarming surveillance video from inside a local gas station.
Look at player.
It shows the official and her husband being...
And he about to whack him right with that bottle, too.
I don't understand. How is they fighting over soda? What is this shit about?
They'll get into it.
Arrested after an argument over a can of
there
soda.
You go. He going
That's
for
according
it.
to police.
7 investigator Ross Jones is walking us through the hard-to-believe video and the charges the pair is now facing.
Grabbed the last Mountain Dew and that took the other bull
It's
off.
just after midnight on New Year's Day at a BP gas station in Farmington Hills, where a man is seen buying a can of Mountain Dew.
Oh,
The
shit.
man
I
is
took a
Larry
wild guess. The Mountain Dew be hitting different when it's ice cold, boy.
Bradford, the husband of Alicia Bradford, Wayne County's director of parks.
This is $1.99. Okay, I should have $8 candy change.
But Bradford's husband thinks he's being overcharged, that the clerk is adding tax to his $1.99 drink, which actually turns out to be a 10-cent bottle deposit fee. Before long, another customer standing behind Bradford begins to chime in, and tempers
Holding the line up
quickly
over 10 cents.
Yeah, he wanted him to hurry up. That's just what I was about to say, too. That's why he got involved in it. He wanted him to hurry up and get his ass on.
He arguing about damn 10 cents. Give him an extra 10 cents on bounce.
Claire.
There's no tax on pop. There is now. Huh? I said there is now. On groceries? Well, he's got proof right there in the receipt. Get in it. Ain't none of your business. Well, you out, man. What are you talking to? You!
Quickly, the two begin fighting. At one point, Bradford can be seen using the can of Mountain Dew to strike the other customer. After a few seconds, Bradford leaves the store, only to return with a loaded 9mm handgun pointed at the other customer.
Where are you these? Say you sorry. I apologize, sir.
Seconds later, Bradford's wife Alicia enters the store holding a gun of her own.
What happened?
There you go. Everybody tough and want to be a gangster and all that stuff. Why the hell is she getting involved? She should have stayed her ass right in the car.
Yep.
She should never came in there with no gun like that. Anything could have happened. Hell, that clerk could have pulled his shit out and shot both of them. If he had one.
He came at me.
With her gun still in her hand, Alicia Bradford says she saw the man push her husband out of the store and asks if he tried to rob him.
I'm going to stand up.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So that dude did not push him out of the store.
No, you're going to stay down there. You're going to stay down there. This is ridiculous. You're going to attack you for what? Because we argued. What were you arguing about? The price of pop. What did that have to do with you? I did it.
At one point,
and the husband said they ain't
The
had nothing
husband
to do
was
with
wrong
that.
because he was having a regular conversation with the man, and then he just snapped.
Right. And he said, no, it ain't had nothing to do with that. It did have something to do with it. Y'all was arguing over soda. I told y'all, real life is more funnier than any TV show.
According to police, Bradford's husband can be heard threatening to kill the man.
I should kill you. Hey, I can do something to you.
Alicia Bradford would call police, but when they arrived, it was Bradford and her husband who were both arrested.
Good.
As they should.
Yep.
Later that day,
the Wild Wild West out here.
Exactly.
The Oakland County prosecutor charged both with assault with a dangerous weapon and felony firearm. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans suspended Bradford without pay. It is not Bradford's first brush with controversy while working for the county.
Do you find it to be a conflict that your daughter was getting contracts from the department you oversee?
If it was conflict and it was disclosed, it was conflict, although I did not disclose it formally.
Back in 2019...
What? That don't even sound right.
Fast talking and twisting up the words, and you sound like you guilty as shit.
Right.
We revealed how Bradford got into trouble after her stepdaughter collected more than $10,000 in county contracts from her own department. Bradford said she disclosed their relationship informally, but the county executive suspended her for 15 days.
There was an error on my part, and I encountered the repercussions from that.
Well, I did reach Alicia
Shady
Bradford by
motherfuckers
phone.
in these small towns, boy, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, she declined comment on these charges, along with Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. Wayne County Commission Chairwoman Alicia Bell told me she was shocked to learn about the charges against Branford and said the allegations against her are uncharacteristic, calling her professional and a hard worker. Bradford and her husband received $50,000 personal bonds and are next due in court on January 13th. Obviously, we couldn't show you all the surveillance video. It is on our website right now at wxyz.com. But just that escalated very quickly, just around 12:30 in the morning on New Year's Day, and it's tough to watch.
Thank goodness no weapons were fired, but oh, that is very tough to watch. It could have been.
Yeah.
So my man, he's up in age, and he didn't think that a drink had tax on it.
Yeah, right. And it's 10 cents. Just pay the 10 cents. You look like you dress sharp. Your goddamn wife is a public official. Like, y'all, come on now. Y'all got the bread. It's only 10 cents.
Right.
And did you hear what's going on with our public officials out here? Shay always telling me about it, and the girl was posting on the app and talking about, I think it's a YouTube page. I mean, a Facebook page for like Delaware County or whatever. And she's saying, the hell with this girl that's running, because you know they was out here, the mayor and 2 officials was out here on Saturday knocking up on doors. So I was talking to them.
Because voting is coming up in November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they was out here. So then Shay was telling me about this girl that I guess they went to her house, and she was talking about how the girl pulled a gun on her and threatened to kill her and all this shit. Now she running for office. The girl got it on videotape and all this shit. I'm like, oh my God. She like, they crazy. She be following up on all them that was going on with these. She said they all shady. You should hear some of the stories.
Oh, it's funny. I guess I really shouldn't say anything, but yeah, it's a blast to see these small time politics.
She said, we only got 3 cops in my neighborhood, right? Collindale. We're supposed to have what's she say? A minimum of 15. They can hire 30, but the minimum is 15. Right now, they only have 3.
Yep.
So they had the tax girl out here, that girl talking about the cops, and then it was the mayor down here.
Well, we going to Houston, Texas, where Brian Teager, a Westbury High School assistant principal, accused of sexual assault of a 20-year-old former student. Here's the report, and have fun on this one. This is the title of the podcast too. Have fun with this, because there's some hilarious shit that's been going on these news reports. But here you go.
I didn't want it to happen to anyone else.
Right now at 6 o'clock, only on 2, we're hearing from a 20-year-old who says he was sexually assaulted by the assistant principal of the school.
Whoa. Run that back.
He's 20.
I didn't think I heard that right.
Yes, he's 20. I'll take it back to the beginning.
Else.
Right now at 6 o'clock, only on 2, we're hearing from a 20-year-old who says he was sexually assaulted by the assistant principal of the school he once attended. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman.
And I'm Keith Garvin. Brian Tigner is charged with sexual assault following the crime on September 27th. Police arrested him on Friday. KPRC2 reporter Corley Peel joins us live outside Westbury High School. She spoke with the man who reported the crime. Corley.
Keith and Daniela, the 20-year-old man tells me he is traumatized. He says he first met Brian
Traumatized.
Tigner while he was a student.
This is bullshit too, by the way. It's probably about some weed or something. Something went wrong, and then my man had went to tell, because do that guy look like he'd like the type that if he was sexually assaulted to run to the police?
This shit is crazy.
Right.
At this school 2 years ago, he says that Tigner reached out to him on Instagram after he graduated, and they became friends. He says,
so all of a sudden, this principal going to reach out to this young man who graduated, and they just going to just start hanging out together? That don't even sound right.
Nope.
he would often go over to his apartment and they would drink alcohol and smoke weed. He says he never felt that his safety was in danger until now. Why is it so important for you to speak up?
I didn't want it to happen to anyone else. I know that he works with a lot of other kids, young men.
So do you think that he act like he wasn't and was on a DL and somebody found out?
I think he was messing with that dude.
Okay. Because there's something fishy going on here.
Like, this could happen to anyone.
We sat down with 20-year-old Malachi Knight Boyle as he talked about the last time he hung out with Westbury High School assistant principal Brian Tigner.
I was just chilling on the couch.
What you doing hanging out with him?
They playing video games
yeah.
now. This young man is 20 years old, and he already know that you don't have to be in the same house to play video games with each other. Hell, I play MLB The Show with Jeff Baker. He in Pittsburgh, so what the hell? I'm gonna sit there, sit on the couch playing video games with somebody.
We're drinking, smoking, the usual, like how we usually would do. Like when I woke up, that's when everything.
So you that comfortable be over my man's house and be asleep?
Mm-hmm.
That's just when everything happened.
Knight Boyle says he woke up to Tigner performing an unwanted sex act on him.
We just started fighting. I obviously started fighting them off.
Has he ever made a pass at you like that before?
No, that not.
He wasn't high, drugged, or drinking. But my man then sat there and pulled your pants down and whipped it out and all this shit. What the hell?
Why, you just laying up there asleep, huh?
I noticed, no.
He says Tigner tried to stop him from leaving.
Please, bro, let's talk about it. I'll send you $50. I'm like, bro, what you mean you gonna send me $50? That's what I'm doing, you know? He tried to offer me money.
Knight Boyle got away and called police.
He got away. Like he had to like run out the house or something.
Yeah, exactly.
He was examined at the hospital.
So the 20-year-old went over to the man's house to play video games.
Yes, and they drinking, they drinking and smoking.
They gay lovers.
And something must have happened with some money or something. Something went on, and he went to the police. Something going on there.
Doctors noticed his bruised hand. When detectives spoke with Tigner, records show they noticed he had a black eye. He first told police he got it from breaking up a school fight, but detectives figured out that was not true. It was from Knight Boyle fighting him off. Tigner is out on bond, so I gave him a call.
Your call has been forwarded to an
So the young man black the assistant principal's eye. It's something, yeah. It's I wouldn't know when they was editing all this stuff that they just sit around and have a laugh. Like you said, it's probably like some damn gay lovers quarrel or something. You go, but that's your friend. You so comfortable over his house to be smoking weed and playing video games and falling asleep.
But he didn't pick up.
I feel like he needs to be held accountable. I'm glad that he's being charged.
You know, other people are going to be watching this. What would you encourage they do if they're in a situation like you've been in?
Get an Xbox One Game Pass, or get a PlayStation Plus pass, and you don't have to be over people's house to play video games.
Oh yeah, he wanted to be over there.
It's always gonna be someone you can talk to. If something happens to you, you don't gotta go through it alone.
Now he the victim.
Several
All right.
students tell us that Brian Tigner is someone that they often look up to as a role model, and they are shocked by his recent charge. HISD did send us a statement today saying that they are aware of this incident. They say it is protocol for any time an employee is charged with a crime for them to be removed from campus while that investigation is ongoing. At this time, HPD says they're not aware of any other victims, but they're encouraging anyone who might have information to contact their special victims division.
Oh, it ain't no victims. It ain't no damn victims. You ain't gonna find one.
We have that information at click2houston.com. Reporting live, Corley Peel, KPRC 2 News.
That's a young man that used to be in my school. Let me send him a message on the humbug. Hey, this is your former principal. How you doing? That don't even sound right. Bullshit. All right, you can reach the Judgementals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals, Instagram at _judgementals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
You can check the status on my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates.